Hello, tarot enthusiasts. I am so excited about Halloween coming up. I thought I would get in the mood. And welcome to a Halloween version of Tarot Tuesday. We are going to pick you some cards for the holiday and also share our favorite spooky tarot things after that. So, welcome in. Hi, guys, and welcome. And if you're joining us, let us know in the comments below what you're up to for Halloween. We'd love to plans and what costumes, if any, or if you're doing something personal at home, what are you guys up to? Yay, witchy hats!
Yes. Oh my goodness, it's so fun. 'Tis the season.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So basically, Scarlet and I were like, let's do Halloween version and put something on. So I'm glad we're twinning out here.
Oh yeah. I actually just went to Spirit Halloween today to pick it up. They have
Oh,
quite a
really?
collection of witchy hats this year in case any of you guys watching now are in need of one.
That's a good tip. Yeah, they've been upping their game on some cool stuff. Hopefully, you guys will find something fun. If you're joining us, we're doing Halloween version, and we'll be picking you a card for the holiday, and then talking about some of our favorite spooky cards for Halloween. I see Peach says, "Keep the hats off the bed." And do not set it there by accident. Tables only. Interesting. I know there's like a hats on bed superstition. Do you know anything behind that?
I don't know where that comes from. Definitely let us know in the comments if you know the origins of that.
Yeah, I might have put this hat on the bed, so maybe I'll do a little clearing later. But we are so excited to get ready for Halloween and pick you guys some cards for the special occasion. So if you're ready, maybe we can each pull a card to help you guys get some messages for Halloween, Hallows Eve, or Day of the Dead, whatever you celebrate this weekend.
Mhm. Yeah, let's do it. Did you want to draw one first?
Sure, sure. And as you guys are joining, let us know what you guys are up to for Halloween and anything going on there. All right, I'll pick you guys a card. This is for this weekend coming up on Hallows Eve, which I believe is coming up on, is that Sunday? Saturday or
Okay.
Sunday, right?
Yep, Sunday. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so we have a King of Pentacles.
Nice.
If you're going trick-or-treating, you are going to win the jackpot here. Definitely just enjoy all of the delicious goodness that's coming your way on the weekends. You know, if that means candy or just being with loved ones or, reveling in your own ritual at home, whatever that is, just really enjoy what you've earned as the king of your own kingdom, so to say. You've earned some luxurious moments and to celebrate in that. And then also, as the king or the leader of a kingdom, make sure everyone else is enjoying themselves. How can you spread the good cheer? How can you provide other people with delicious candy or treats or things like that? And yeah, just really soak in all that deliciousness that life has to bring to you. I think that's a great card for interesting card for Halloween. Not something I was suspecting to come up, but
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, I think it works well. It's kind of this card of abundance, as you were saying. And Halloween, this time of year, represents the last of the harvest festivals. So this would be a time of great abundance where all the foods and vegetables and everything has been harvested, and now is the time to celebrate and enjoy the hard work we put into the growing season. So the idea of abundance makes a lot of sense right now. So let me see, give my cards a couple shuffles here, and then I will pull a card for the holiday as well. Okay, give them a good shuffle. And then I will cut the deck a couple times. And we will pull that card. Okay, are we ready? Let's see what we get. Uh-oh, it's bad. But it is the spooky season, so we have
Give us the slap in the face.
we have the Ten of Swords. So this is a
I
card.
love the look. Like I had a really fun time. I know like we had such a fun time like designing this card because just like all the spooky vibes that go into it. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a wake up call.
Oh yeah, this card has all the spooky vibes. It almost even looks like he's in a cemetery here with all of that mist in the background. And as you can see, he's been stabbed by swords 10 times, and he's been kind of like stabbed in the back. So the message of this card is to be a bit cautious with those around you and make sure you can trust people, that you really do have their loyalty. Because when the Ten of Swords appears, it might be because someone is plotting a betrayal of some kind or has some type of, maybe they're talking behind your back or something like that. And you might think they're a good friend, but turns out not really. So you don't want to get blindsided by a Ten of Swords moment. So make sure you're trusting people carefully and take your time with those connections, with those relationships. So it doesn't, come out of the blue that someone was definitely not what you thought they were. So a very spooky card, since it is, Halloween, it is Samhain, it is the time when the veil is thinning. I definitely do get this kind of vengeful spirit vibe from this card too. So perhaps watch out for any ghost sightings of any vengeful spirits this weekend too. There's a lot of angry ghost energy out there that you don't want to become victim to. So be careful. Make sure you protect your home, protect your surroundings, put out that positive energy so you won't get any of this negative, things being latching onto you. So I know you guys in the comments are not happy with my.
But hey guys, we got a treat and we got a trick, okay? You know?
That's true. It was trick or treat, so it was kind of that way. And of course, we can't neglect the darker side of the holiday, and there's very much a darker side to it. So I think it makes sense that it wasn't all stars and rainbows for Halloween.
Definitely. Yeah, I kind of like the dual quality we got going on there with the two cards. But yeah, let us know what you guys think. Obviously, there's some of you that are like pulling. Peach says pull another one. I don't like it.
Tara,
Uh,
just have to accept what it comes, whatever that may be.
all right, yeah, let's talk about some of our favorite spooky cards, maybe. If you guys have some of your favorite spooky cards, let us know. What are some encounters with cards that were kind of spooky for you? Let us know in the comments. I just started to pull some out as Scarlett was talking. I got a bunch of spooky ones here. I've got Death and the Devil and the Moon. Hermit's a little spooky, but it's not really talking about anything too dark. I know that you just pulled the Seven of Swords also today, right?
So there's
That
a
kind of
lot of trickery going on because both the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords kind of have this like trickery aspect to them.
yeah, but I can kind of think of like Loki a little bit, and sometimes the trickery can be a little bit lighthearted or fun. It doesn't all have to be, totally heartbreaking or wrecking everything. So maybe it's just a little bit of fun and games, hopefully.
Yeah, that Seven of Swords is definitely a bit more lighthearted than the Ten of Swords.
Hmm.
Well, let's see. I had a couple cards too that I pulled that just make me think as well about this season. And just as an example, I know you had pulled them out of our deck. I just have the Rider-Waite versions, but Death is obviously a card that I would connect to this time of year. All around the world, so many cultures have looked at this time as the moment to reflect on death, the moment to reconnect with our ancestors and those who have passed on. You can think of Dia de los Muertos in Mexico, or even Oban in Japan. So it's not just in Europe or the Americas that we're doing this. This is really kind of a worldwide cultural phenomenon as a time where we reflect upon those that have passed. So definitely the death card. Though, of course, this is a card of transformation. So it's not ever just about things ending. It's also about new beginnings. So that's a good point there. And then I also think about the High Priestess at
Oh
this
yeah.
time of year, because since Halloween is this liminal time where that division between the realm of the living or the realm of the dead, or the division between the conscious and the subconscious, it's at its thinnest. So if there were ever a time to maybe up your intuition skills or maybe try a little divination, this would be probably the best time. This time, or around Beltane or May Day. Those are two really great times as well to work on building those skill sets. And you can kind of see here that division being represented by this fabric behind the High Priestess, but you can see through it, right? You can see kind of that horizon behind it. So it definitely makes me think of this time of year. And a card that's very similar to it is the Queen of Cups. So this is someone who embraces their intuitive skills and really focuses inward and finding that guidance from within. So these two cards, I think, really connect. And then the last one is the Wheel of Fortune, because this time represents a turning of the wheel of the year. We are kind of entering into this new stage in the Wheel of the Year. And if you're looking at Samhain, if you do celebrate Samhain, that time marked the division between summer and winter. There were only two seasons according to the ancient Celts. So this time was really that turn of the wheel where you're kind of leaving it up to fate, to the divine. You don't know how things are going to turn out in this dark half of the year, but you hope for the best. So that's another one that is maybe not one you might not think of right away, but I think it's kind of a neat one to connect to this time.
Yeah, I like those because they're not the ones you would expect to pull out. Unlike the ones I pulled out are definitely probably ones you would expect.
Well, those work too.
Um, yeah, I definitely think that the moon card is a big one right now. If you want to connect to that, it sort of talks about your subconscious, possible nightmares, anxieties, madness, things that are darker, our shadow side. So doing shadow work and things like that could be really relevant right now. And, you might encounter some things that seem a little bit darker, but, approaching them and working through them, how do you do your shadow work? So when these things come up, I know a lot of people are very into horror movies and horror stories. I am actually surprisingly not a fan. I'm very empathic, so I feel everything that everyone else is feeling during the movie, and that's not really great for horror movies. But yeah, so those can be great for shadow work as well if you're into that kind of stuff. So definitely a good one for Halloween, kind of creepy vibes there. And I also brought the devil card because this is obviously we think of devil and hell as something very prominent in Halloween. And we think about it in our lives, it's like, what is my personal hell and how do I get out of it? So we see these people in their chains and they are just miserable and forced to go in these negative cycles. How can we get ourselves out of that, break those chains, escaping our own hells, all those things? So, finding, kind of addressing the situation that you feel is like your own personal hell, quote unquote, and finding your way out. That's the big message for the devil card. So I thought I would bring those up for Halloween as well. But yeah, those are a little more expected on the Halloween cards.
Oh yeah, and some of those cards are always the ones I check out if I'm ever going to be potentially purchasing a new deck. I always have to make sure that the Devil card and the Death card and the Moon card are like on point because those are ones that I really love and connect with and find fascinating. So yeah, and I'd love to hear from you guys as well in the comments. Are there any cards that you actually connect to Halloween or this time of year that maybe we didn't mention? Love to hear your ideas as well.
Yeah, I see Bassam posted that he got the Seven of Swords today, which also Scarlet got. So definitely check her profile out at Arcane Alchemy because she talks about that card. So you guys pulled the same card of the day. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been so fun seeing all of you guys join us in the October Daily Tarot Challenge and hearing what cards you've been getting every day. And we really hope you have enjoyed this little challenge as it's coming to an end soon. We have a few more days still, but I hope that it helped you get a bit more comfortable with tarot, helped you get more inspired to do readings and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. And as we are moving along here with our deck, we do still have our Kickstarter going on. We've got about 43 or so days left of that, and we're coming up with awesome updates, sticker packs, signatures, and extras like that, postcards, art prints, things like that. So feel free to check that out. And thank you so much for all of your support along the way.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. And we really hope you have a wonderful holiday, whether you celebrate Halloween or Samhain or Dia de los Muertos or any variation of all the wonderful holidays this time of year.
Yep. Best wishes this weekend. Have an awesome, awesome time, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. See you guys then.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.